So Ben, what's driving the surge in billionaires selling stock?
So we have, what we analyzed was American billionaires and looked at their stock sales, and that's really what's up so much. And we think that it has a lot to do with tax law here in the U.S. And basically, Democrats in the Congress and the White House have been debating all year what they're going to do about taxes. But what they've sort of settled on, we'll see if it actually passes, is a surcharge of 8% on stock. It would affect stock sales. And what maybe could be happening here is a lot of billionaires are trying to get out before that. And they're also looking at valuations and saying this is a good time to sell. The tax law right now doesn't look like it'll go into effect until January 1st, which means they have a few more days, 2 more weeks to do some selling, and we might see some selling from the people who are really going to be affected by these tax changes over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, in terms of valuations, are these billionaires sending a signal here that their stock is at the peak?
They are. But I was looking at some of these tech billionaires, and a lot of them really started in 2020. Usually, in a typical year, billionaires don't really sell their stock that much, at least in the U.S., because when you sell stock, you pay taxes on it. A lot of billionaires, like Elon Musk, up until recently, had been choosing instead to maybe borrow against your stock, and you don't sell it. But I noticed, middle of last year, we saw a lot of people in the tech industry just started to sell, and they've continued through that time. And I've talked about like the founder of NVIDIA. I think he started over last summer. And you could say that was a time to sell that stock, but actually it's almost tripled since then. So it's possible, obviously, things could keep going up from this point. But I think billionaires are looking at these valuations and saying, okay, the tax bill might be coming, the valuation's pretty steep, maybe I should start unloading some of those shares.
We have seen some other reasons as well, right? Like charitable projects and so forth.
So when you look at somebody like Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg, a lot of their sales do seem to be driven by Jack Dorsey's another one. They've made commitments, especially last year. There was a lot of focus on philanthropy among billionaires because the billionaires are doing so well and the rest of the world was doing so poorly. So a lot of Jeff Bezos made a $10 billion commitment to fight climate change. Jack Dorsey made a $1 billion pledge with his Square, now Block shares. So a lot of the sales are actually going into charity. That's true.